my truck, go to my truck.
3 killed and 15 injured after a mass shooting in Las Cruces. We continue our coverage of that violence that happened last night around this hour at Young Park. This is just some of the videos showing people running for cover. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I'm Monica Cortez. Oriana has a night off. This was a massive scene that took over the entire parking lot of Young Park. Police began receiving calls around 10 o'clock last night about gunfire at an unauthorized car event. We're told police, along with the Las Cruces Fire Department, started helping people injured immediately. Victims were taken to all area hospitals. Some were even flown to UMC right here in El Paso. Our team has been working throughout the entire night to bring you the information from that scene. Right now, what you're seeing is a live image from Young Park from our photojournalist, Tony Pina. Now, Police Chief Jeremy Story addressed our crews earlier this morning, and he told us more about their investigation, and he's now saying that this all started after a fight between two groups. Our Jesus Baltazar, he was there, and he brings us more on the victims, plus the warning from police about misinformation circling online.
A 16-year-old boy and two men, one 19 years old, the other 18 years old, were shot and killed in a mass shooting Friday night here at Young Park in Las Cruces, in what law enforcement officials say was an exchange of fire between two groups who had issues prior to Friday night's shooting. Now, I spent Saturday speaking with people who said they were at Friday night's car event, simply enjoying the night out with family before chaos erupted.
1 minute, like, it was pure cars, and the next was pure gunshots. And afterwards, you just hear people screaming and crying, and just a bunch of chaos everywhere, man.
Everyone was just hanging around, watching the cars go on. Me and my girlfriend were laughing at the cars that couldn't get burnouts correctly. It was just a great time up until the tragic accident that happened.
Law enforcement officials roughly estimate that about 200 people could have been in attendance at the unsanctioned car event. Police Chief Jeremy Story says it's a growing issue, not because people are gathering to enjoy a night out, but because many of these events end in some kind of issue.
The problem is what tends to occur is a lot of illegal behavior with the vehicles, and then also in this case, I mean, there were firearms throughout this entire event. Some that were used in the shooting and just people with firearms willy-nilly.
Story also says that the area surrounding Young Park has been plagued with crime, which is why they've worked to install gates at the park to have it shut down by 11 p.m. The problem Friday night, however, is not only that the shooting occurred shortly after 10 p.m., but he says that he still does not have enough staff to patrol the area.
In a perfect world where I had 220 police officers like I'm supposed to, it probably would have been different last night. But I had no units available for most of the night prior to the shooting. And so, I mean, logistically, I got what I got.
Las Cruces Mayor Eric Enriquez said they're making efforts and pouring resources to have park rangers and code enforcement officers, as well as using technology to improve safety. But he says it takes time, and they continue to struggle to recruit more police officers to their force.
Of course, a tragedy like this always creates an urgency. We wish we had it yesterday instead of today, but the process is already moving forward. The issue is not the funding or any of that, or trying to convince the mayor and council or the organization or the community that we need more officers. The thing is recruiting officers and getting officers to come on board.
It is important to note, however, that Friday night into Saturday morning, there were images circulating online of a man carrying a rifle during Friday night's shooting. Now, police confirm that the person was indeed there. However, they have interviewed the man, and they do not believe he was involved in the shooting. Police say that all of the bullet casings located so far in the investigation have been handgun caliber casings. We will keep you updated on this story as we learn more. For now, reporting from Las Cruces, Jesus Baltazar, KTSM 9 News.
Jesus, thank you so much for that thorough report. And Las Cruces Police is asking anyone with information on what happened to call the number you see right there on your screen. That number reads 575-526-579 Now, police are also asking that if you do have any photos or videos of what happened that night, you can also send those to police. We do have a link to how to do that attached to this story on our website. That's KTSM.com. Well, Doña Ana County is offering resources to anyone impacted by the shooting, and they want to remind the community that you can call or text the Crisis Lifeline at 988. Now, the Crisis Triage Center is also open 24 hours daily and offers walk-in mental health services. The Community Foundation of Southern New Mexico is accepting donations to support the victims and their families. We've put a link to that donation page on our website, ktsm.com. You can also donate by calling 575-521-4794. Well, New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham released a statement today stating that Las Cruces has seen crime increase by 46%. We are working to verify that information. However, Police Chief Story has made statements at various town halls last year that the community has seen an increase in violent crime. Now, the governor goes on to write, quote, "The public should demand that the New Mexico legislature and all public officials in our state acknowledge New Mexico's crime crisis and prompt them to act immediately to protect our communities." Now, the legislature should expect the special session to address our ongoing public crisis, end quote. We will, of course, continue to follow the latest in Las Cruces as more details emerge. You can find those right here on air and, of course, online, ktsm.com.